I started the Undeniables to shine a light on all the positive Indo-Canadians in the community, because anytime the media covers us, they always portray us as extremists or as criminals. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The honest truth is, we're one of the most successful immigrant communities in recorded history. And we're gonna prove it with example after example after example and put an end to all this bullshit propaganda they put out there. All they do is glorify the violence. It's time to glorify the success. We make up less than 2% of the population in the country, but no one can deny how much of an impact we've had. Even after everything we've gone through, no one can take away how much we've accomplished. And on the first episode, we showcased the meteoric rise of DJ Intense, a young Indo-Canadian man from Surrey who never dealt a drug in his life. The only crime he ever committed was smashing every barrier put in front of him. We chronicle his journey from humble beginnings to reaching the highest levels of the Punjabi music industry. The awards are indisputable and the success undeniable. DJ Intense was born Indo-Canadian in December of 1988 in New Westminster, British Columbia. When he was just 9 months old, his entire family moved to Surrey. It was here that he would discover his love for Punjabi music.
So yeah, I was born in New Westminster. I moved to Surrey about 9 months later. And as a baby growing up in Surrey, a lot of my family and stuff like that was involved in music. They weren't exactly pursuing music, but there was always people in my family that was a part of music. My mamme were DJs, one of my other mammas played tabla. My nana, my grandpa did kirtan in the gurdwara. Some of my chache played in a band, tol, keyboards. Some were singers, but nobody really pursued it. And when I was about 8 years old, I decided to pick up a tol. And I started learning how to play a tol. Picked up some rhythm, and that's how the journey began.
Anil went to high school at the legendary Princess Margaret Secondary, where he honed his craft and began gaining notoriety as a DJ.
When I got to high school, I started to DJ. I used to play tol. Me and my cousin used to play tol together, and we'd go to reception parties, and his brother would be a DJ. And, I always wanted to be kind of a DJ and do remixes and stuff. It was kind of the cool thing to do. And so I decided to start making remixes on my computer. And I used to DJ parties and stuff like that. I'd play my remixes at parties. At the same time, then my friends would like my remixes, so I would send them to my MSN, or they would bother me like, "Hey, bring me a CD," you know what I mean? But basically, because of stuff like the early types of social media, like MSN Messenger or DC++, I used to be able to send my mixes abroad to different people from different schools, to different countries, to different DJs, and that's how I started developing my name. And that's where Intense started to actually flourish.
After high school, Anil made the decision to go all in on his music career. He started working on creating his own music and eventually dropped his first album, appropriately named More Than Just a DJ.
More Than Just a DJ was kind of my crossover from being a remix DJ to actually being a full-on producer, hence the name More Than Just a DJ. And from there, I had, tracks like Loniya Pendiyan, Nachne Nu Kade came out of that. And, people that knew me as a DJ and remixer finally started to know me as the producer. And the journey continues.
The success of More Than Just a DJ put the entire Punjabi music industry on notice, resulting in invitations to work with some of the biggest names in the business.
Typical journey for an artist like myself, as a producer, we would think, my journey was hey, I'm going to go from Vancouver to the UK to India. And that's typically how the journey was, because UK Bhangra was so huge. Instead, I was working with a company called IMM at that time. And, they were like, let's go to India and do things where the market is huge. People like Honey Singh and stuff were coming up and doing different things. So I went off there, and at that time, I hooked up with an artist named Ikka. And we did a track called In the Club. And In the Club was just a single that we released on an album. but it got picked up for a Bollywood movie. And when it got picked up for the Bollywood movie, it pretty much opened doors in Bollywood. So here I am, this kid from Surrey. It went straight to Bollywood. And I got to, work with artists like Diljit. Did a track with Diljit called The Singer So Stylish, to Mika Singh, to Sunny Leone, to, partying with people like Shah Rukh Khan, Farhan Akhtar, all these directors, Karan Johars, and all these people. It was a different experience in life. It was a completely crazy thing that happened in my life. And that's, the journey continues.
It all culminated when DJ Intense teamed up with Guru Randhawa to produce the instant classic, Suit, which has over 150 million views on YouTube. Suit would go on to win the PTC Punjabi Music Award for Best Club Song in 2017.
Growing up, as a kid, my biggest dream was like, you watch the Grammys or you watch, any Academy Awards and stuff like that, the Golden Globes or the Oscars, and that's a dream, when you work in the entertainment industry, to go and walk the stage and do a speech, and, it was my parents' dream. So, and to be nominated, and not just nominated for anything, I got nominated for Best Music Director. I didn't win that award, but at the end of the day, that nomination was a huge deal. We won Best Club Song together. I got to walk that stage. I got to give a speech. That feeling is unreal. Something that you never expected in your life. People never expected in your life. Everybody used to, nobody used to believe that I would ever make it this far. At some points, I never believed I would make it this far, but believe. And yeah.
Today, at just 29 years of age, DJ Intense is at the top of his game, recently opening up his own production company and record label.
So I'm now at this point in my life. I've made all this music. I've gotten to work with so many artists now at this point. I've had so many successful singles. I work with, working with people like Jasmine Sanders, Gary Sandhu, Sidhu Moosewala, Amrit Maan. The list goes on. At this point, I'm being hit up by every single artist in the market right now to do something. And it's such a blessing and such a dream to come true. To be from Surrey and be kind of like one of the first guys from Surrey to actually go and hit the international market. Now at this point in my life, I've started up a new production company with my partner Makhi, and it's called Lavish Squad Entertainment, in which we're taking, talent from abroad and, local talent, and we're gonna showcase them on a whole different level. I finally have this avenue for people to go and take their stuff to the next level. And it's going to be a great journey, and this is just the beginning.
DJ Intense is just one example, and there's a million more, and we're going to showcase each and every one of them. It's time to start realizing how much we bring to the table. We should demand respect. We earned it, and if they don't want to give it to us, then we're going to have to take it, and that's what it's time for.